Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm smoking another of my beloved Savinellis. It's my full bend billiard 614 Roma Lucite. I got this pipe 2 or 3 years ago from my wife, brand new, for Christmas. It's an amazing pipe. Got quite a big ball on it. So the reason I've picked this one up today is because I had a little bit left of the Stanwell Green and Indigo. It was a little bit more than will fit into my normal pipe, or most of my other pipes. So I was searching for a pipe with quite a big ball, so I could finish the rest of that jar. So mission accomplished. As I mentioned before, I'm trying to smoke through all of the various smaller samples that I have jarred up, because all the jars takes up so much space, and it was only a little bit of tobacco in each of the jars, so I want to clear that part of my cellar out instead of opening up new tins. I haven't opened up tins in a year basically, because I have so much open tobacco. So when I'm through all the open tins, I'm gonna be changing my rhythm to opening up a aged tin and smoke through that tin before opening up another one, because I came to find out that if you only dip your toes into a blend here and there and smoke one ball out of that, and then you all the time try and go back and forth between a large variety of blends, you never really get a good relationship with tobacco. I find that when you smoke multiple balls of the same tobacco, you kind of get it to learn better, and you end up enjoying it more. Instead of confusing your taste buds all over from each bowl, because you're all the time tasting something new. So you're never really evolving your taste into that specific blend. So anyways, I wanted to show you the pipes that I picked up. Wow. The pipes that I picked up that I'll be refurbishing next. Sometimes I pick like 5 or 7 pipes, and I kind of refurbish my pipes in sets, because I don't want to go through each step of the restoration and go like when I'm reaming. I'd like to keep reaming because my hands are already dirty, and I might just ream 5 pipes. And when I make my setup for washing the pipes and use soapy water, I might as well go through a lot instead of having to go through each step just for one pipe. The same goes when I'm buffing on my bench grinder. It's easier when I'm on that process to just have a lot to go. So I made a box of pipes that I'm going through, and I just reamed them and inspected them last night. So the next step is that I will have to clean them inside out, and then I'll be working on sanding them. Then they will get a alcohol and cotton treatment, And then finally restaining and buffing and waxing. So here we got a Faun German pipe. Looks very much like a Peterson system pipe. Acrylic stem, quite a big bowl. It's a Faun or Faun in German. 3915. In good condition, doesn't need much. Then we have some very old pipes. The rest are from the same deal. This was kind of off to the side. We got a Portland. That is a second grade pipe from a old pipe factory. I kind of forgot if it's Danish or English. These are quite common on the Danish estate market. They are laying everywhere. Decent condition. Then we have a very nice pipe that I'm looking forward to. If you're familiar with the channel, you know that I'm collecting these. This is an estate Stanwell anniversary pipe from the year 1992, celebrating the 50-year anniversary of Stanwell pipes from 42 to 92. They are stamped Jubilæum, which means anniversary in Danish. And it's a quite nice shape. It's shape 35, which was designed by the famous Anne Julie, the Danish artisan pipe maker. If you're not familiar with her, she's very known and her pipes are extremely expensive. But she made this very Danish style bent egg. Very beautiful. So this pipe is actually worth quite a lot because it is a combination of these anniversary pipes that are quite rare in itself. And then the anniversary pipe is made in a very rare shape, the Anne Julie 35 bent egg. So this will go into my own collection to keep for years to come. And the use condition is amazing. This will look like brand new when I'm done with it. So that was an amazing find. Then we have something not so special, but still interesting. A English Orlik Premier. Very old pipe. Little small straight apple. This is probably a very good smoker. Then we have another Orlik London made with ebonite stem, just a classic straight billiard. Then we have another Stanwell estate, very famous shape. I think it's 38, no, excuse me, it's 188. A quarter bent bulldog. I really like these. In the diplomat finish, made in Denmark. This will also turn out nicely. And another very old French estate from the St. Claude France. This is a, I never found out how to pronounce this. Bush Chopley or something, rallies. It's like a BZ French pipe. And then I saved the most special one for last. I was able to acquire a very old Dunhill pipe. It's the oldest Dunhill that I have come across. The stamping is slightly faded, and I sometimes have issues reading the patent numbers because they can be so confusing, because if they are just stamped regularly, like they fall into what history you have of stamping, it's pretty easy to date them, but sometimes you have some variations in the stampings that kind of throw you off in terms of dating them. But this has the patent number. I forgot it, I should have written it down. Anyways, it dated back to the 40s. So this is a very old Dunhill. And I was reaming it last night, and I was trying to be careful not to go too deep into the briar, but there was a little bit of I was kind of going into the briar itself, because this has probably been smoked for so many years that a little bit of the briar, when I was removing the cake, was kind of turning into dust. So I'm kind of hollowing the shell just a tiny bit, not much, but just enough so that you can feel that the ball is not completely straight down in the bowl. One side is a little bit thinner than the other, slightly, which is a shame, and you cannot judge this from a very old pipe when you have a big carbon layer. You don't know what lies behind, so that is a risk when you're trading estate pipes online, that this looks just perfect, and obviously you're going to see cake on the pictures, but it's impossible to see if the briar itself is burned through when you have a cake. So that's why I all the time leave room when I'm bidding on estate pipes, so I'm not getting completely thrown off price wise if a pipe or two in a bigger trade ends up going into the bin. This will for sure not go to the bin, but it is a little bit less of value than I was expecting / hoping for. So as I said, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pipes will be the ones that I will be refurbishing next. I have an old check tool here. Just what I needed. It was quite a nice weekend, but a very long day today. Yesterday I've been working on firewood for our firewood oven, or whatever you're going to call it. In our living room we have a fire oven as a secondary heat source that aids in lowering the cost total of our heating expenses. And sometimes I come across a opportunity to pick up some free wood whenever someone has been cutting down a tree or something. But it's a lot of work. I go to the place with my trailer and I cut the wood with a chainsaw, and then you have to collect it, put it on the trailer and drive home, and then load it in the driveway. Then I'm splitting the wood, moving it from the front of the house all the way to the back in the garden where I'm drying it out, and then I'm building how do you call it? You're stacking the wood on top of each other so it can dry for a year. And then finally, the last time you touch it is when you bring it in the winter time and stuff it in the oven. So as we often say here, when you're working on firewood, the wood is keeping you warm multiple times. That is for sure. It's a lot of work, but it's free. And whenever we are burning the fireplace, it's like the heat is free. So it's worth it. But what I wanted to say is I've been working on that the last 2 days, and it's quite a lot of work. And but you feel kind of good at the end of the day when you're done. So I see it as a win-win. Funny. I've been smoking this Stanwell green and indigo tobacco in 2 pipes, more or less only. And it just shows that when you're switching up your pipe, the whole experience just changes. The same tobacco doesn't taste the same in 2 or 3 different pipes. That's also a reason why you might finish a tin of the same tobacco instead of changing all the time, because sometimes you should try tobaccos out in different pipes, especially if you don't like it the first few times that you're smoking a new tobacco, because it might just be the combination of the tobacco and the pipe that you do not like. Obviously, it can also go the other way, that you smoke the first bowl out of a pipe and it just is the perfect marriage, and then you switch up the pipe and you don't get that exact experience once again, which is kind of what I'm experiencing today. Anyways, I'll be enjoying the rest of this ball, and I hope you all had a great weekend, and we will see each other on Monday or the day after. So I hope you all will get a good start of the week tomorrow, and I see you guys in the next one. Bye.